Hi, so in the tuple series now we will see how to loop the tuples. Looping the tuples. Okay. It is possible that we can loop the tuple through the tuple item by using the for loop, what we have seen in the list section also. Okay. So how to do this? Let's take a list called tuple called Sharad. Okay. And I am assigning it to apple, the same thing, banana and cherry. Okay, let me copy this so that I could use in the future also. Okay, now I want to print it one by one. So for this, what I can do, I can use the for loop. For x or for I, whatever you want. I am using x. So for x in Sharad, the condition would be the same, just print x. Okay, so here what I'm saying x means I have commanded, I have ordered x, then x, please go one by one to every item in Sharad and print it one by one. That's it. If I'll do print, then apple, banana and cherry is printed one by one. Okay, I'll show you the concept of this for loop in a handwritten workshop. Okay, I'll share the video as soon as possible so that you could see the actual code behind this, how is it is actually working. Okay, because in this coding part there is no option for handwritten or something, so I'm not showing this. I'll show you in a different video. Okay, so even I have some different chapter of the loop also, so I'll do the same for you. So what about here, I'll loop for the indexing parts also. Let's say I want to loop through the index number. We can also loop through the tuple item by referring to their index number. Here we will use range function, what we have used in the list series, and even the length function, the same we have used to list series. And these functions help us to create basically a suitable iterables. Okay. So what if I want to print all the items here? Let me take the same example by referring to their index number. I just want to print it. I just want to print all the items with their index number. Okay. So what I'll do here, again I'll use for loop for now x. No, let me take I in this example. Okay. Previously I have used x. You can use anything. Here I am using I. Okay. For I in range. Okay, range should be used for ranging function. Okay, now I want the length, and then what? Sharad. That's it. Okay, range would be given for knowing what indexes, the range of indexes. Length I want to know because I want to make sure that the loop will end in the end of the length. Okay, so that it will goes end. Now I'll give a condition and then I'll just print what? Sharad, and I'll use the index so called I. That's it. Whatever I contain, it will print one by one. If I'll print this, apple, banana and cherry is printed. So here I have printed this by looping through the index number. It's simple. And the same thing we can do it by the while loop also. Same thing with the while loop. We can use the len function to determine the length of the tuple first, and then we will start by 0 and loop the way through the tuple item by referring to their indexes. Okay. First thing you need to understand that you should always increase the index by 1 after each iteration. What I am saying, let me show you example one by one. Again I am taking the same example. Okay, so for here, first I will initialize it so that it could start with 0. Indexing, I am talking about indexing right now. Okay, so the index will start from the 0, so I initialize it, and then I will use the while statement while I is less than the length. If the length is 0, then it will print. If the length is 1, then it will again print length of what? Sharad. Okay, then I'll give a condition, just print Sharad and I. Whatever Sharad contain means I contain in this, just print, and I will increase the index by 1 after each iteration, means after each printed. Okay, so I is equal to I plus 1. We already completed this in the list section. Okay, so here what is happening, we are using a while loop. Okay, we are looping through the tuple item by using a while loop. We are using a len function here to determine the length of the tuple first, and then it start at 0, and now looping is happening through the tuple item by referring to their indexes. Okay, and at last we are increasing the index by 1 after each printed iterations. Understood? So if I'll run this, you can see apple, banana and cherry is printed because I is checking it one by one. When index is 0, then I is printing. Okay, printing. If index is now 1, length is what? Length is 3 total, right? So it is printed. When it goes to cherry, the index is almost 1, 2, and length is almost 3, so it is printed. It is checking less than, right? So when the condition will goes false, nothing it will found there, and the last, then it will just goes out of the loop and nothing will get printed. That's it. Okay, we will learn more about the while loop in my different chapter. I have a separate chapter for while loop, but it is upcoming. Maybe you will see this chapter in the last of the series. Okay, but we will do, definitely we will do. Okay, so hope you understood the concept of this loop. So that's all for this section. I'll see you in the next section. Bye bye.